this game. Been in this thing for a while. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Been in this thing for a while. Been in this thing for a while. Been in this thing for a while. You don't even know my pain. You can't even match my style. You don't even know this game. Been in this thing for a while. Yeah, 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 yeah. Been in this thing for a while. Been in this thing for a while. Yeah.
Stay into the news too much more.
Boy,
did you see your girl?
My girl,
the Jeezy. I know if your wife listened, I'm just being with this. That's being funny.
You know, men always got to put the extra, like, I'm just playing. I'm just, dude, you know.
Because, you know, like sometimes
they really,
they'll ask you about it. You'll be like, man.
What do you mean by that? It's an inside joke. What's the inside?
Yeah. Right. We can get the jokes. Like, women don't get it sometimes. But, I mean, and I don't blame them for that. They different from us.
Yeah.
If you weren't aware, the Jeezy of slut rap that I coined, my coined phrase, on deck this past week, man. Sexy Red had a sex tape leak. She posted herself having sex on her stories.
Like Bucky naked?
Nigga, X videos, nigga.
X?
The whole, the full deal, buddy.
On IG.
IG Live, homie. On her stories.
She gotta be banned, bro. Come on, bro. What are we doing? Like that's
Wait. Let me shoot her some bail.
Okay.
Because she did come out, and I don't want people to go in on you. She did come out and say,
go in on me.
Nah, because you was finna go in on her, and I want you to know the full thing of the situation was apparently a nigga was filming it from her phone.
Oh man.
And she thought it was like they little private collection shit. She didn't realize that the nigga was on her IG. So she did come out and say she would never do no dumb shit like that. She can't believe people close to her betray her like that. And the whole nine, you laugh.
This is cap, bro. This is cap. What are we talking about? When the reaction kind of like, see what you do. It's crazy to put out a sex tape as filler. Like, what?
What you mean?
Because it's like, bro, in the name of content, like it's like you're putting out filler. Let's see what the consensus is, and then when them consensus, people might be going crazy. Oh, I would never. That was somebody close to me. It was a secret stat. So you telling me he just had access to get right on your IG, post it right on there? You stop.
Well, I'm assuming that he was filming them with her phone.
You saying like it was a story, like a live? They were going live type joint.
Like, you know how you click on the people's stories at the top. Like if you
see
follow
like
her,
see the little live
story
thing,
right
though?
there at the top. No, it wasn't live. It wasn't live.
Okay, there we go. See,
it was like
pre-production. Pre-production. Like you're not gonna like the industry. Man, the industry is wild.
You don't believe that at all. You think she did it on purpose?
No, bro.
Really?
The industry is so funny. We didn't get to talk about it. Go ahead, bring us in. I'll elaborate a little bit more.
Man, this is another week in the books. I am Spike Lou, here with my super producer, man of many talents.
Thank you, sir.
One, the only, brother Maurice Hunt III. How you doing, brother?
I am good, brother Spike Lou, the potter of podcasters. You know what I'm saying? Everything you touch turn to gold.
Soon. We're working on it.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here, brother. As I say at the beginning of every week, man, I appreciate you doing this with me as you do the same, man, and what we can do for people and what they get from another week in the books. Black men having elevated conversations, man. Just trying to add some thought to your life. Add some thought to your life.
Add some thought to your life.
Yeah. That's
man, y'all. Welcome to the book. This is the book club, man. This is a comfort space, a safe space. This is a place to feel familiar. This is for those that are new, man, welcome to the, you know what I mean? Welcome to the book club. But for those that have been here, y'all know how we give it up. And this is just a wonderful place that we hope we provide some kind of thought, like he said, in comfort. I realized last week I listened to the episode and I was speaking to what we were trying to do as far as protest and involvement and realizing what this platform is, but in real time, that freedom thing. I was in awe in real time when we were recording, and even listening back this week, it just brought me to a place. It's like, if I wasn't on the show, this would definitely be my comfort space of trying to find that balance between my protein. I need a little bit of healthy. I might have been listening to whatever kind of pods all week, so I need a little bit of healthiness right here, but at the same time, it's an enjoyable healthy. I don't want this show to ever become like this, like overly, heavy preachy show. You know what I mean?
It ain't supposed to come off as preachy. It ain't supposed to come off as, like you said, too heavy, but just enough where people get something from it.
Yeah. So I'm loving this. I'm loving this, man. And but yeah, that story with her, that's cap, bro. Like, it's...
All right, yeah, let's go. Let's get back to it now. The
man.
Crazy thing that you don't even consider like this could be real and somebody could have betrayed that young lady's trust.
Okay.
You don't think so? I'm asking.
I think that it's hard because it's
when you persona.
No, it's not even that. I'm not going to even go there. Obviously, that's all in it, but it's like it's like ignorant trust, right? It's like
ignorant trust
because you put yourself in a position where I'm going to trust somebody with something, but this is an ignorant thing to trust them in because of what could happen. You're recording videos.
You think she too famous to be letting some random nigga record them having sex?
Yes, bro. Like what do we? I mean,
does she know that? Do you think she know that? Based off what you've seen from her, you think
I think that she knew the possibility of what she knew the possibility. At least she might have not known like this probably ain't a good play because she's young and like I said, sometimes you don't know where you at until you think you know. So I think at least she knew like, okay, somebody could see this that I don't want to see it. Maybe not IG level, huh?
See, I'm assuming that she was probably comfortable with this nigga. I'm not assuming this is some fan or something like that. I'm assuming it's some nigga she comfortable with. They probably done this before. She probably wasn't as rich or as famous when the last time they did it, maybe. Well, maybe this nigga just had a axe to grind, whatever it may be. But I'm assuming that she was comfortable enough with him not to think that when he's recording this on her IG versus just using her phone as a camera and recording the act for her to look at later or him to look at later. Like, yo, send me that video type shit. Like, I'm assuming that that's what she thought was going on. And are you saying that you don't think that that's it? You think that this was planned?
I if she's saying this was like, I thought it was a part of the stash, this is not the first time.
Correct.
So with that being said,
you could tell, right?
You see what I'm saying? So,
I mean, but some people record their sex acts, Maurice. I know you're a man of God.
I know. No, I mean,
I realize that you're a man of the cloth, but
don't put me in. I know you try to put me in. I know you try to put me in. Hey, all of sin and come short of the glory. I see, but nah. And I'm not even saying I haven't been in that territory. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that territory. It wasn't my thing, but I've been there. Right.
So you know it can happen.
It can happen. Yes. I'm gonna take it somewhere else. We talk about black men.
Okay.
This is another form of protecting black women, bro.
Right.
This is where we got to start seeing the bigger picture. Like, we're all gonna mess up.
In what sense, though?
In what sense? Why?
Because
okay,
I want to be honest with you. You judged her like right off the whim when I told you. You was like, this part of the plan. As a black man, would you consider like maybe she needs some grace? Like maybe it is what she says it is. Maybe she was manipulated into think it was something else. And because of her persona, who you think that she is, we look at it and we're like, she did that shit on purpose. It's blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Is that a possibility?
I don't believe you. I'm sorry. It's just because there's so many steps before
you was just gonna go into this whole thing about black men and
no, I'm still there. I'm still there. Okay. Like both are accountable here. Both are accountable. I'm not judge. I'm not really. If I'm coming off judge, I'm not trying to judge. I'm just stating the things like saying, this act. It's so many steps before something gets uploaded. It's so many steps. You know what I'm saying? So
not really, bro. Like if I handed somebody my phone right now to take a picture, the phone is unlocked. All they got to do is hit the Instagram app, and boom, you got access to my account. Like,
well,
boom,
I'm saying, but
like
I don't know the quality of the video. I'm not about to.
It's an IG video. Like, it's an IG video.
That's crazy.
I can send it to you. No, I'm just. I don't
my
have it. I don't.
My
have
cousins
it,
used to do stuff like that, bro. When I was first married, dude. Oh yeah, I had to really like, bro. They were wild, dude. I like, bro, you blowing up my spot. I can't do. Anyways, that's a whole other. And shouts out to Durr. We'll talk about it on his pod when he gets around.
I got questions about that. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll all three of us will be on there if you got questions.
Yeah,
but
thanks.
Well, regardless, how much pre-production or how much it doesn't,
it was an IG video. It wasn't no pre-production, bro. It was just like it was a video.
Okay.
It's like anything random you see on IG.
I just think, I don't know, bro. I don't know I don't know what to believe. The industry, bro, for me, like, I just think the industry, I just feel like dang near everybody's full of it because you got to kind of be to operate in that industry. I don't know how many times I've been let down. I'm let down so frequent. Stuff come out years later. It might be dead or stuff come out. It's like, bro, because that industry is not built on truth. It's built on capitalism. So it's all about the dollars. How can I make more money? So for me, I always think that's the bottom line. Like, however, this story, this whatever will float into something else. It's about that more than anything. So
you're hovering around it. I'm gonna land the plane of what's going on. Like, cause you going right. You're absolutely right in industry.
So what
I do want to say, I if she say this is what happened, then I'm believing her. This is just conspiracy loop.
Okay.
Right? Like
conspiracy loop.
Addressing what you just said of what I think this happened.
Okay.
Just like you said with the industry, she's done all of this stuff to become supremely popular.
Mm-hmm.
The ratchet, what I called it, the slut rap lane, like she is the Jeezy of that. She took that shit to another level. We seen her on the sideline of the Jets. Like, she's taking this really far. You asked me or responded to me in the text today, and you said, well, what about Cardi or Nicki? I said, well, they're more like T.I. Just like T.I., they had a more broad topic to talk
Cardi,
about.
Meg.
Right. Yeah. Cardi and Meg, that's what you said, right? And they have a more broad landscape, even though they do touch and they get in that bag, just like T.I. got in his trap bag. There were still other stories about his son and his dad and the loves he's lost and all of these things, just like with Meg and Cardi. So they kind of flirted with the line. Sexy Red took it there just like Jeezy took it there. It's all dope rap. Just like Jeezy, nigga, everything, all my best verses to a certain point, nigga, all of them was about dope. You know me? And just like with Sexy Red, all my shit is about, my forte, what she do. But at some point in time, that's not going to be able to continue to register in the mainstream, especially if they want her to be a big artist. And I found out this week who she signed to in the label that she's associated with. They definitely want her to be a big artist. So if she doesn't have any shame, the plan or the play possibly could be, like you're saying, Mo, let's leak this out. Then let's act like you're a victim. Let's act like you didn't have anything to do with it and somebody betrayed your trust. And then you get to pivot. You get to be a voice for other girls who this happened to, being manipulated in these crazy or whatever type of relationships.
Now, I don't think you far off.
Now, instead of ski yee, she get to pivot to like, all right, I'm uplifting girls like me. I got substance. I come from this. I ain't even gonna say
I know
things have happened to me before, and I can be a voice to girls just like me. And there's this pivot that's about to happen, I think, with her in this situation, and that's where they're going to. So, like what you were alluding to in this industry, it could all be a play. That could be the play, and she could have been like, "Okay, yeah, I don't care about putting a sex tape. I'll do it for this."
Yeah, because I mean, it's like you did a self eject out of
Like you said, I got all of that shit out. I got big. I got popular. Now I'm gonna be
city
rich.
Girls. Maybe maybe she go over to like more city girls.
Meg, she can go to Meg.
Maybe go Meg.
Like
Meg, the whole college
Meg stuff wasn't as extreme, right? Meg stuff wasn't as extreme when she did her pivot, like with the Tory stuff, and now she's this voice for Black women.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. Don't think I'm saying anything about that. Don't roll your eyes at me out there, people. But I'm just saying this is the pivot point for Sexy Red. Like now I feel like that she got a brilliant marketing team, and you finna see a whole nother side of her that's more clean, more presentable to corporate America. That means more money.
Mm-hmm.
That means more money for stakeholders and the people who are invested in her. Because it was only so far that you could get with what she was talking about. It's only so far.
Oh, yeah, because you
Right.
you can only go so nasty. You know what I mean? But
just like with Jeezy. And I compared, like, there's only so far Jeezy could get talking about dope. It wasn't until he made My President Is Black and things like that. And people are like, okay, Jeezy, that guy.
He got to start. Yeah, I think I agree with you. And just to put a bow on it, it's just, it sucks because it's like the headline is the mixtape now. You know, it's like that's the mixtape.
Yeah.
That's the single.
Really good line.
The headline is the mixtape. Her sex tape is the mixtape.
Social media, the news.
That's the mixtape now, and it's like that's the single. Like, oh, you know what I mean? And it's
by the way, I got an album coming out.
Pretty much, and so it's like that's why we didn't get to have that conversation about Hollywood a few weeks ago. Maybe we will at some point, maybe we won't. But I wanted to talk about it at some point. Just kind of the allure, being young at one point, both of us. Looking at like, man, I want to be in there and shake these hands, meet these people. I want to be amongst that. This will be the gratification of whatever I do when I grow up, that I, you know, and how so much of it has changed as us being this age and how we look at it now. Like, but that's I don't know what the theme would be for that type of conversation, but I want to take it back to that black man, regardless she did or didn't know. I think again, like we just gotta protect. Sometimes we got to protect black women, even when they don't understand what we're doing. They may be like, I'm telling you, no, I got it. No, I got to do this. I got to do this. And it's not from some mansplaining. If we got female listeners, not from some male ego, none of that. But it's just like, sometimes you got a gut feeling as a man where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna walk you up out of here. No, you should have let me get back at her. She deserved it. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna walk you up out of here. You might snap on me on the way home. You may get upset at me, but a few days later, you're gonna be glad. You're like, you know what, I'm so glad you did do that, because I really was about to say some things that I won't be able to take back. I'm telling you, bro, sometimes you got to make that call. That's just one of those things that, and she might have been like, yeah, go ahead, upload it, do that. But on the other end, what resentment will happen once she starts to have conversation amongst her homegirls, conversations with older women, and start to look at you funny, even though she gave you the approval. So I think that's just one of them scenarios. I get it. If y'all doing your thing, whatever, it's just, I don't care what the status is of our relationship. If we rocking, I'm not going to put you out there like that. Like we got our own look. Okay, let's look at it on our own. If that's what we're doing, but I'm not going to put it out there like that. It's not going to be not on me. Like I'm not going to do that. Because I care too much about y'all. We can't do a whole lot, but we can do some things. And this is a small thing. We talk about protests, small things, just to make that impact. This is one of them small things. You could have said, I'm not gonna even be a part of it, bro. I
mean, I see what you're saying. I don't know if he had, like, maybe she just told him, hey man, hit record on my IG. Maybe he ain't know what none the wise to, like, he didn't give two fucks. Don't seem like.
Yeah, but yes, they young. What you're saying, man. They young. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, man. Sad place where we at in hip hop, man. Big Jeff is gonna love that whole theory. He think I'm all for hip hop, period. So he gonna love that whole thing.
You're not.
Nah, I'm up to entertaining shit. But did you listen to that podcast I sent you about the hip hop 50?
Oh no, is it really good?
It ain't really good. I just really want to know how people respond to it. But
I might agree with it because I got a lot to say about
Animal Brown. I hated it.
Oh yeah, well I know where he stands with
hated
stuff.
It too. Yeah, Jeff hated it too.
Well, what did you feel without spoiling it? Like, what did you feel about the sentiment?
It was interesting. I'll say it was interesting.
I didn't. I think we and you might be
biased.
On the same page.
It was biased and it was interesting.
Okay, well,
it was interesting and biased.
But I do think there's a big thing.
I didn't hate it though. I think that some of that stuff needed to be said, but I just don't agree with the people who were saying it. I don't think that they had the right.
See, that's big for me.
They didn't have the right motivation for what they were saying. They were motivated.
Black people?
Yes, but they were motivated behind other things. The motivations for it weren't conducive with what I believe that needs help in hip hop.
Okay, give me some more details off air then. Give me some more details off air.
I will. All right, hip hop adjacent, man. I sent you a clip also of Jay-Z and Kevin Hart talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you want to play it, or if you still have it, or if we just go from it. But what Jay-Z was essentially saying to Kevin Hart, and he's been getting flack on the internet all week. He even addressed it.
This been out a grip ago. This came out a grip ago.
Really?
Well,
people were talking about it a lot. Like the clip just resurfaced. You seen that video? I ain't seen that.
I watched the actual whole interview at the time because I like Kevin Hart in that interview. Back, he's really good.
The clip just resurfaced, and people were going back and forth about it. And to paraphrase, what Jay-Z was saying is, you want to go home when you're rich and famous, and you made it to a certain status. Not even famous, rich. You made it to a certain status. Sometimes you just want to go home and be around people, you know, who know you, who don't always want to pitch you on a business idea, or who aren't always asking you for money, and you just want some familiar space, essentially is what he was saying. And he said you can't get that when you reach a certain level of success, because you always going to have the cousin or someone who comes and asks you for ample amount of money and has this investment. And if you give me this, I'm going to make, if you give me the example Jay gave, I think he said, if you give me $400K, I want to make these $2 million back. Mm-hmm. It's going to be great for everybody and everything. And what Jay-Z was trying to say was like, bro, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Like, I really would wish you wouldn't approach me with these type of ideas at family functions and stuff. But America doesn't work like that, is what he said.
Yeah.
He's like, it don't work that way. Like, there's, you know, whatever it may be, you can look at the clip, find it, whatever it may be, we'll put it in the show notes. But that raised a question for me, Mo, and I want your opinion on. He says this, and it sounds good because he's Jay-Z. But how do you share your success if that's the approach that you're taking with family and people like that, right? Like, if you're thinking, when I go and I'm around my people, I just want to unplug, and I don't want to look like an opportunity to them. I just want to be regular old me. That's cool and all, but don't you owe them, as your family, as people that love you, as people that you love and want to see do better? Like, you know what the struggle's like, don't you? Would you say that you owe them the chance to be an opportunity? Like, do you mind being an opportunity to people?
Do I mind being an opportunity to people?
Do you mind being an opportunity to people?
No.
Because you know you can't cut that off.
No,
it's gonna be it, like when you make it and you got books and you the author, Mo, and you got your new church single out, and motherfuckers.
Whoa, who does he? We've done 60 plus episodes. This guy thinks I'll go. This guy is crazy.
I can see you dropping the Kirk Franklin single though.
What is this guy talking about?
I've never see you being in your stomp bag. I'm saying it ain't a diss though.
I love the joke.
That's not a diss.
This is good. I know it ain't a diss, but there's these funny underlining.
I can see you talking over the track, like just doing the whole church thing on the track.
People
like
that said they took gospel music too far.
Yeah,
for the people that
said that's it. See, you already got it down.
Nah.
So when you that dude got the number one gospel single in America, like, do you mind going to the family reunion and the niggas being like, hey, bro, let me holler at you. Whoop the woo this. I'm trying to do this, that, and the third. Do you owe that to them or no?
I wouldn't say you owe it to them, but I'd be open to it. Remember I told you, like, if I made so much money, I would be willing to give out like so much money to people, like a standard. Like I told you, I think I might have said, like, I'm gonna give it to everybody like that. That I grew up with, I was close with. I might get out like $3,000 a piece. Like I told you,
$3,000.
$3,000, yeah.
I ain't see. I'm talking about something different there.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm talking about you and your wife wedding anniversary party. You trying to chill, and like your cousin, the homeboys, they coming up. Hey, bro, 100 grand. Telling you 100 grand, 2-3 years from now, we make 10 million off this. I'm gonna break you off yours. What's your obligation in those scenarios? Like, do you feel offended that they coming up to you and they're doing that? Or do you look at it as, I can school them a little bit on how the game goes?
I mean, it will get old if every time you came around, it's always it is, and it's like, well, now but again, these are things that it's a sacrifice. When the higher you go in this industry, the higher you go in the success level in this world, you got to understand it's a sacrifice. You can't have one without the other. You can't have it both ways. That's in a lot of places. You'll end up getting to the fork in the road. You have to make a decision. So unfortunately, that's one of those scenarios where you're so high up, you've devoted so much time to these people in the industry and created real and fake friends in this industry that you've spent most of your time with when the holidays come around. And now that you're in a place where you're ready to fall back on the industry, you've got your legacy, you're known as the best rapper of all time, one of the best hip-hop businessmen, let alone businessmen in general of all time, and you come home and you expect people not to ask. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, because everybody sees you, bro. You think we forgot? Like, we don't see TV, we don't see headlines. Everybody sees you. So when they get home, it ain't like, oh man, they was just in a little country place. They ain't even know I just pulled up. I'm just same old Sean to them. No, it ain't never gonna be like that. I don't have a problem with it. I think I would always give them the time, like, for the conversation. I'm not saying I'll always give you the money. I would give you the time though. Like, if you want to approach me, come on, cuz. All right, I know this is coming every time. All right, now let's get to the food. After I talk, like, all right, y'all, let's get to the food. Like, I hollered at everybody. Everybody I already know. Hey, B, here, take our bags over here. I cousin them, all of them, they coming here. Like, let's
having Beyonce carry the bags is nuts.
Not like that, but like if she going to the room, or if y'all got somebody with you, whatever. Like, it's husband and wife. Like, when you go home, it's husband and wife. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like
asking B to carry the bags probably get you cussed out. I understand what you're saying.
They better not be doing that industry outside of the industry. It's crazy.
B ain't wrapping no bags nowhere. I promise you that, bro.
See, this
picked up a bag and sits. Say your name.
That's exactly. That's why they wanted to play the clip on this show. I was like, because it's that. It's like, congratulations, but please.
But here's the thing. The problem with it, and the reason that people found problem with it on social media, is people always tend to find problems with things. So, not to overly address that, Kevin Hart is a rich man. Jay-Z is a rich man. Two rich men sitting there talking about their less than privileged family members and how it irritates them when they ask them for money. Like, to people, it's gonna come off like crazy, bro. Like, when I'm in that position, I would never sit there and have that conversation with Kevin Hart about how that aggravates me. Like, that's an off camera. Like, if me and him relating as two successful black men playing golf or having a glass of wine or some whiskey or something, then yeah, that's a conversation that we can have. On camera in front of people, where it's going out to millions of people, and then they gonna in turn act like me, like they Jay-Z too, when they make $100,000 a year and their cousin asking them for $200 and they trying to school them on some like shit that Jay-Z was on. It's not conducive to what we do. Like, try to educate, help people. Just because you're successful, you don't look down on people and shun them. As far as, hey man, I got this plan, because niggas is trying to get it. Niggas is trying to get to a point where they can be as successful as you and not be a leech off of you. And it seemed like in that video that it was just two rich men frustrated that people asked them for money, which is gonna happen.
It's that, like, woe it's me. It's me, right? Rich problems.
Like you said, it's a trade-off. Like you just said, that's a good point.
Yep.
And in my opinion, what successful people owe people around them is the knowledge of how they got successful. If you care about the people that would ask you, hey, could you invest in this? Or how did you start making money? Like, what you do owe them, in my opinion. And everybody don't agree with this. Niggas be very secretive with shit that they know how to make money.
Oh man,
it's disgusting, some of the shit that you run into. But what I will say to people that you care about, and I ain't even saying any day ones or day twos, like we talked about, niggas that you want to see be successful. Like, this nigga out here trying, he asked me for my opinion. I do have knowledge on it. I can share them with them. That's what I feel like successful people owe people. It ain't necessarily got to be an investment in a business plan. It ain't necessarily got to be, I'm going to introduce you to someone. But if I have any insight on what you're trying to do, I can at least share that with you. Or I can at least share with you the route or path that I may have took, something that may be helpful to you. I feel like that's what you owe as a successful black man, especially to another brother asking you that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't ever find myself in a position where I'm complaining about a nigga asking me, I mean, how did you do this or how did you do that? I want to help them as much as I could. I feel like that's the least of what you owe once you start being successful.
I think when you get to that level of success, you use a lot of things to keep you mentally going. You getting that, so to speak, and I took that personal mentality to keep going those things. And so it's like, the greed level it takes to, there's a certain greed level to be where he is. There's a greed level. So when you get that type of greed where like you've been good, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, maybe whatever, you've been good, but you keep going. And then when you come home, you're looking for everybody to kind of be what you want them to be. So when you're in the industry, things operate the way you want because you did the work. And now everything moves according to you because you are who you are. But then you come home, now you want everything to be how you want to. And it ain't how it go, bro. Like if that's the authentic experience, you got to expect that coming. But I think for me, that's you have to choose the success level you're okay with. It wasn't good enough for you. There was a time where you probably still could come back to the crib. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool. And then you kept going and doing your thing and being great. And now it's created such a distance now between you and them that they can't just look at you as plain old Sean or plain old James or plain old Ray, or like you're not that plain old person no more. That's a sacrifice that comes with it. That's why in my mind, I'm very intentional about how far I want to go and where the line is drawn. I'm very intentional. People get into,
when you say how far.
Yeah.
My bad, go ahead.
What, you want me to elaborate on that?
You have a ceiling on the success that you want? I don't think you can control that, can you?
I mean, I'm not gonna say you can control it, but you'll understand like when opportunities start coming, you know when to start being like, okay, no, like this is good. This is consistent. This is gonna work. And if it's slowing up, then from that point, reevaluate. But I'm not. Y'all already know I'm not going to keep having a conversation about money and all that. Time is more important to me anyway. So, but I talk about certain people's careers that's like, this is a good career. Like I look at certain people like you know them, but you don't know them. They're eating, but you don't know what they got. That's the career I'm looking at. I'm looking at those type of people all the time. I'm never really looking at like the Jays or the Kevins or I'm not looking at you.
You don't want to be famous is what you're saying.
I want to be famous. I don't even want to be that rich. To be honest, I'm cool. Like I want to have a nice
first.
Huh? What? I don't want to be that rich.
Everybody's saying that I don't want to be that rich. Yeah.
Cause it really comes with a lot of problems, bro.
Like, you don't think the money deals with those problems though?
No.
Like it ain't worth it to you?
No. Because it's like, dang, this is more of a headache. Why do you hear all of these rich people have these woe it's me stories and you don't understand? We still go through things too, and because, bro, when they got to the top of the mountain, they realized it's like, man, now I got all these things crawling up trying to come at what I've spent all this time to earn and go after and gain and save. And it seems every time I see it, bro, it's such a turnoff to me. It just seems like such a headache. What?
I'm different. I don't understand why people are offended by that though.
Offended?
Like, I'm not sure. Yeah, like you say all of these things crawling up and people trying to looking at you as an opportunity. If you went through anything to get to where you are as famous or rich or whatever it may be, then yeah, that feeling of trying to grind and come up. So of course people are going to look at you like a lick. It's up to you not to take it personal. It's up to you not to be a person who lets that drain you and make you down. A lot of that shit that I hear celebrities saying about, oh man, I wish it was just like, all of that's bullshit to me. Just regular, and like they wouldn't trade this shit for the world, nigga.
Yeah.
And in turn, I think regular person would trade that shit. Money helps you. It can't make you happy. It won't make you whatever it is that you're striving to be. But the small inconveniences that piss us off every day as people who are not rich, those are the things you don't have to worry about anymore. And that's worth something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's worth people knowing your name. That's worth paparazzi taking your picture. Like if you ain't got to worry about, oh, my car, I'm telling you, bro, like if you ain't got to worry about, oh, my car broke now, how I'm gonna get to work for the next 7 days. Well, I just buy another one. I can get another made. I can put another $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in the bank. Like that shit is worth something. And it's worth a lot more than I feel like sometimes what they are saying that it's hindering them for.
Yeah.
Like the little shit that they complain about that I hear Jay complain about or Kevin Hart complain about, like, yeah, nigga,
Bow Wow.
Like your kids ain't got to worry about money. This is what comes with shit like that.
Yeah.
It's a reasonable trade-off, if you ask me.
I see what you're saying, but I think that you sound like most of us where we probably don't have a real gauge of really what all comes with it. Because you're right. It's a great covering for the small inconvenience. Your car got towed. I ain't got to worry about it. You know, how sick will you? I don't know. Maybe you good. how sick I would be. My car is towed, bro. I got to figure out. I got to get this 250. I already had something in mind for the 250, and I better hurry up or it's gonna keep at, bro. So I get what you're saying. Like it does. Like if you get told, like, oh, it's cool, we'll get it in the morning.
That's what I'm saying. Like, think if you were making so much money from podcasting that didn't, like, all of those inconveniences you didn't have to worry about. Now you have a higher level of responsibility and problems, but that bullshit that makes like your day bad, that shit goes away.
But your day bad is going to be on a different scale now.
It is. Now it's going to be family members saying they can't pay their rent.
But here's what I'm saying, though. But look, bro, how many times you can look over your life growing up, even to this now, those inconveniences, those problems had created certain characteristics about you. They've created certain funny memories you can laugh at now. Like, man, I can't believe that happened. Like those things. So you look back, it's like, it really wasn't that bad now that I made it through, and it builds something. So it sucks in the moment, but it's something that is a benefit later that you can laugh about. You create real memories, not just I met this famous person and I met that famous person, and people just like, oh, but it's like, that's why they look at they look at the regular person. Like that's why they're trying to look regular. These people want to look.
That's a good point.
They want to look regular. Regular's cool.
No, I get it, but that's a good point though. That's why you should be able to relate to the people who are still in the struggle. Like I've been there. Yeah. I've done that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember them days. Mm-hmm. So it should be refreshing to help somebody damn near. Like
they're too far removed though. They've been rich longer than they've been broke now.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, I really, like, I got stuff in our marriage, like at moments, I'm like, dang, we did go through that. Wow. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's a thing, but I mean, what are you going to do? I get it. Before we get into the main thing though, I told you I wasn't going to let you off the hook, bro. So just go
exercise and shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You thought you got away, huh?
No, I didn't. I was gonna go back to it.
Okay, so
wait, what was you gonna say about it?
So
are you exercising first?
I started eating better. I did a workout.
You're a vegetarian. What is eating better?
Portions. That's a huge thing, bro. You know why?
YouTube, listen, see my face right now. What as a vegetarian, what does that mean?
Okay. So here's what you can make the mistake of. Like people do this, especially black people. Because I'm eating better, I'm going to eat more.
Especially black people.
And that's what we do. We like, I'm like a cheat day. We go crazy on the cheat. It's like, bro, you're not meant to actually do that. You just meant to break your diet and eat something different. Not, I'm about to get the 20-piece wing, and I'm about to get a double burger, and I'm about to get the shake. So for me, I did a workout. I haven't been able to do it because time has just been, but I did a workout. I just said, well, here's what happened. I was riding in the car. I was driving, and I realized I had that wrinkle in the stomach sitting down. I said, oh no.
I got that months ago.
Oh, bro. I say, oh, no, that ain't, no, sir. I said, that ain't the move. And so I immediately that same day came home, put on some shorts, put some sneakers on, got the music going. And bro, I started running through the neighborhood, doing push-ups on the concrete, getting right to it. Like I've been doing this forever. And I mean, it was hard work. I mean, I was aching crazy the next day, but and so what I've started to do is I pack a salad every day for work now. I used to pack whatever my leftover. I might have a big old bowl of pasta. I might pack some tacos, pack whatever. Like I was packing just, heavy stuff. And now I've dedicated to, I'm only eating a salad. So by the time I get home, I'm hungry. So I was like, okay, it's working. I'm not overly full, and now I'm adding more to it. It really works. I'm not adding all the extra. Some people would add meat and all kind of stuff into their salad. I'm not adding all the extra. I mean, I'm just keeping it very simple.
Just lettuce.
Lettuce, tomatoes, some cheese, whatever. But I mean, I'm not going crazy with like stack it up crazy, and I keep the portion pretty small. So that's what I've been doing. And it's been a benefit thus far. And then I pack like a granola bar, maybe some crackers, just try to float that thing out throughout the day. So it's working. I would advise anybody, like, just because you're going to eat good at some point of the day. So you don't feel bad about eating salad at lunch. You're going to eat good even in the morning or to eat at night. So, but what have you been doing here lately, bro?
I usually just eat once a day, but I eat too late and I eat too much sugar. That's my thing. Like I eat like.
Who told you to do that? That's not
intermittent fasting.
Oh, that's what you're doing?
Like,
okay.
Everybody got a different opinion on, like,
no, I know it. I know
yeah, that's what I'm doing. I only drink water during the day, and I eat late, maybe like 5 or 6, sometimes 7 or 8. So I eat too late in the day, and then I sit down. My biggest problem is just I don't move around. I'm just, like doing, like, I don't go out and run, walk as much as I should to stay active, not to get this belly. And I like bread and sugar, and that's what makes this shit pile on, like the bread and the sugar.
What bread specifically? Sandwiches, pastas, what? All of it?
Anything.
Anything. Like, okay.
Rolls, bread.
I was like, you bread head for real.
I need bread. Yeah,
I love bread,
my
bro.
meal, bro. Absolutely.
God, I'm a sandwich dude. Like,
facts,
man.
Yeah, sandwiches are the good bread is fire to me, and sugar too. Like, I damn.
Oh, you like sweets like that?
Facts. Yeah.
Okay.
Like all the cakes and shit. Starburst.
That's probably a benefit for me. That's probably I probably would weigh more if I ate sweets. I'm not a sweets guy like that, so that's probably a saving grace.
My biggest thing that I need to commit to though is just at least 3-4 days out the week walking, going to just Stone Mountain, climbing the mountain, or just doing some type of physical activity other than golf. Like, I don't mind going out and doing golf, and you do a lot of walking with that, but it ain't enough. So I do know, if you and I would hold each other accountable for something, what you could ask me, man, is how much physical activity you do out throughout the week. Because I can fix my eating habits. All that shit is, for me, is primarily easy. I can be a focused person, but I don't like working out. No, I ain't gonna hold you.
I know.
When I played football in high school, I've never liked working out.
Okay, so this is a new concept.
The workout partner, the workout partner shit definitely don't work for me, because I don't want no nigga. Yeah, I don't want no. Come on, man, you can do it. Like, bro,
they sound like they're selling you. I already know.
I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear any of that, bro. So that's the two biggest things.
Well, what if somebody could? You don't think nobody could actually?
I don't want to hear nothing.
Like, what if y'all just together, not talking?
That's cool.
All right,
leave me alone. We can put our headphones in. You know what I'm saying?
It's like if y'all both hitting the bench, then y'all switch it out and
absolutely.
Just okay. Yeah, I'm more of that too. Like, unless we talking in between. But like, I'm with you. Like, oh, come on, one more, come on, like,
and all that different stuff. Right. I don't want none of that though.
Like, I don't need no coach, bro.
That's like, I don't know what that is about me.
Because it's that weird, like,
like,
bro.
I don't need you. Yeah, like,
I got hair on my nuts. Like, like you're not gonna
need you telling me you can do it, nigga. Shut up. Talk to me, bro.
Shut up. Nah, but that is hilarious. Telling somebody shut up,
and it really offends me too, though. I really be like offended. Like,
what goes through Spike's mind?
I don't know what.
I gotta know this. Well, you ain't my dad. You're like,
to be honest, like, nah, it ain't that. But it may have something to do with it, but I don't even really know what triggers that, man. But it really just be like, nigga,
it just brings you down a little bit more. Like
it pisses me off.
That's so funny,
like,
but I can totally see
do it.
Like,
come on, bro. Like,
hey, bro, I wish we had whoever was doing, if you ever come across this podcast, whoever was doing the Joe Budden animations back then when it was Rory and Maul, the cartoon, we would need a Spike Lee cartoon of him at the gym with a dude like trying to coach you and get your whole like facial. We need a Boondocks version of that. Like, bro, a couple of our stories we need cartoon versions.
End up hitting the nigga with a weight at the end.
Oh, man.
Like, nigga, shut up talking to me.
Bro, shut up.
You can do it. One more, bro.
That's
come on, one more.
Crazy,
man.
dog.
Yeah. I hate this shit.
But yeah, I'll hold you accountable, bro. The thing about working out,
I just know, physical activity for me. It's gonna have to be
physical activity. You know what helps? I think just throw yourself right into it. Like, that's how I would say. Like, I wouldn't even plan it. Like, that day I just jumped. I said I knew I ain't gonna stop and think. I ain't gonna come up with no plan. I ain't gonna do none of that. I'm throwing on these shorts, throwing on these shoes. I didn't sit down. I said, hey babe, I'm about to go ahead. I'm about to go for a walk. Oh, you just got here? Okay, I know. I'm glad to see you, but I had a moment. I got to get to it. I don't even think nothing about it. And I think that is probably just jump right in. Like, I know you talk about procrastination. I think that's probably the thing. Like, you know what? I'm getting off of work.
Thanks.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go in here real quick, change. I'm gonna start walking. I ain't gonna hit the showers yet. I ain't gonna sit down. I'm gone.
Right.
You know. So I hold you accountable.
I can do it. I can do it when I do that. You're right. Like, if I can just go get up and be like, not let me take a nap first, or let me do this real quick, then I ain't doing it.
That's the only way. You got to fit it in that spot.
If I can just go, boom, I'm finna do it. Let me throw my shorts and shoes on. I'm finna run Stone Mountain real quick, and boom, get
Is
back
it close?
to it. Like, yeah, it's close enough.
Okay,
it's close enough. It's close enough where I should be able to hit it at least once a week, and then run around the neighborhood at least 2 times a week. Like, at least 3 out of the 4 days. 3 out of the 7 days. I need to have some type of physical activity.
Are you embarrassed for people to see you run?
Nah,
okay, then cool. Cool. That's a big thing. So I just
all
right.
I don't care about that.
Well, yeah, I hold you accountable and hold me accountable too, man. I need to at least get 2 workouts a week. That's the right now, and I'm sticking to the salads as best I can. Every lunch salad. So
Gotcha.
But this week we're talking about escapism. I talked about it a little bit. I alluded to it on a episode or 2 ago, and I really wanted to talk about it. And this is a big thing. Like, people don't even realize it's like the Matrix type of thing. Like, you know. But anyways, before I ask the term in itself, what do you think people are naturally trying to escape from? This is obviously not just a black thing. It's a human thing. It's like we're constantly trying to escape something, trying to get away from something, trying not to deal with something. What is that?
Before I answer that, I always like to ask, what was on your mind when you came up with this, or how you came up with the topic? So if you could share that with us, brother.
Yeah.
It would be very, very insightful.
We talked about The Wire.
Yeah.
And we talk about other shows all the time, and the shows we talk about, Game of Thrones. Like, one of the biggest thing about these shows is the setting. It serves as an escape. It's like when people that read books a lot, they are in tune. They go into the adventure and the world in their imagination of the book. Same thing for us with television. We live in a world now. These people might become our best friends. These people might become our enemies. This is my crush, or this is the world that we are seeing with our eyes via television is a form of an escape from the reality that we live in. And it's like, what is it about that makes me want that? Where did I get that from? Why do I feel like I need that? Why do I feel like I need to make some changes to get? So The Wire, it was like a world that I was like, I definitely don't want to do that, because I realize it doesn't serve as an escape. It serves as a reality, And so it kind of brought me to, it's like, well, then why are you needing to escape? And I remember being a little boy watching TV and connecting with things way too deeply. Necessarily had a bad childhood. I had a good childhood, but I didn't know why I was connecting so deeply into this and feeling this need of, I want to be a part of this. I want this life. I want this. And it's just like, I'm a grown man. I realize, like, this is a big thing across the board. So that's kind of the backdrop on what brought me to escapism. And we see it a lot, and it ain't just television. And we'll get into that a little bit more. What do you think we're trying to genuinely escape from? Or if you can't speak to everybody, what do you think that over your past life and even now, like, do you even have that feeling at all?
Good question. I know, to address your TV thing, that was one of the biggest concerns about TV when it first came out. That people were going to be too engulfed in the stuff that was going on and wasn't going to go out and live their real lives. It's like, they had a whole campaign about TV killing your brain cells and shit like that. But yeah, that was a big concern early on. Escapism in the sense of entertainment, yeah, I get it. Like, to be honest, what I think it is, and like, people are bored. Like, they bored. They want to have an excitement that they don't necessarily have to pay the consequences for. Like, if I'm looking at the Real Housewives, or I'm looking at Twitter, we talked about how you have that not fake, but that emotion that you don't really have to deal with, but you've seen it on Twitter and you can understand it. So you kind of internalize as far as when you're dating and dealing with men. I think a lot of it has to do with people being bored and not doing a lot in their lives, and then they living through other stuff. I live through these characters on reality TV. I live through this person that I follow on Instagram. I live through this rapper. I live through this influencer. I live through all these people. That takes away the have to for me to get out and go do it. I ain't got to go do shit if I can sit on the couch for 4-5 hours and look on Instagram and scroll through shit. That's probably one of the biggest problems with social media. For me personally, when you're talking about escapism, it's when I get bored. Like, what I have a hard time with is finding things that interest me fully. Like, I'm thoroughly interested. I like, damn, that's interesting enough for me to sit with for a couple of hours and try to figure it out or make it better or just see how it can affect me or benefit me. There are not a lot of things that I come across that interest me that much. So when I'm looking to escapism and I can't find nothing that interests me, it's, I'll go to TV. I throw on I'm saying, throw on some YouTube shit, throw on a podcast, play a Madden game or two, because I'm bored. There's nothing really out there that I can figure out that I know how to do right now that can benefit me in podcasting, that can benefit me in the marketing of these shows. There's nothing that I know to go to that's going to interest me enough to do that. So I would say when I do the escapism, it's mostly because I'm bored or I don't know what to do. A lot of the times it's that too. If I don't know the next step in something, my pride to get in the way sometimes versus reaching out and asking someone, I'll just do something else. Because you think, oh man, I got this far, or I'm reading up on this. Okay, I'm reading, I understand it. All right, now I'm losing understanding, and that's boring me. I'll do something else. I'll go watch TV. I'll go play Madden, do some shit like that. But those are the biggest things for me when I'm trying to escape, is because I'm bored or I've hit a wall. Like I don't understand something.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think you're hitting it on the nose. I think that might be generally what it is, but it's not everybody, but I think a lot of people is that, I don't know. I mean, I used to get probably more bored as a kid than I do as an adult, ironically, probably because we have television, probably because I have access 100%. To so many things, but yet I had more excitement as a kid than I do as an adult.
I saw a meme that said the difference between being bored as a kid and you enjoy being bored as an adult. Yes. I'll take a nice, boring, nothing's happening day over a lot of shit in my life right now. So yeah.
Well, because as you're a kid, you don't have any responsibilities. Yeah. So it's like, bro, it's time to play. Where's the action? Like, where's the bikes at? Where the basketball? Where the people at? Like, I don't have no responsibilities. I don't need to rest. What am I resting for? I'm trying to stay up as long as I can. I don't want to rest. Versus being grown, I got responsibilities.
Away from me.
Any moment I can.
I don't want to do nothing. Ain't nobody calling me. Bro. I can just sit here and they got to do shit.
Yeah. Yes. So that's part of that. But I don't know. I honestly can't tell you. That's why I was hoping to find some solace in it, because and this might be something for your therapist to maybe bring in, ask them this question just on the text, but like, I don't know what it is, but I found myself really getting immersed in, when I was a young boy, just immersed in like teen dramas and like being just, I don't know if it was like trying to be exposed, unsheltered. I don't know what it is, but I was just locked into these issues, problems, emotions, things, families, all these things that I was witnessing via television. And I just felt the need to be there. Maybe it was a FOMO. Maybe it was, I don't know. I'm not even the information guy. I never was when I was a kid. I'm not now, but I just felt like I needed that. And then like, as I got older, of course, the television shows we watch now, but here's why I want to take it a little deeper in the conversation. I look at Vices, and we take it away from, now we away from the media. Now we're away from television. Now we're from things that have always been around. And I've always been curious at the thought that when people are high all the time, from sun up to sundown, drunk all the time, from sun up to sundown, trying to get some from a girl from the moment the day starts all the way through, trying to just whatever these things are, where it's like, I gotta, you're feeding this. It's like, it's nail and teeth to get you to just get away from that. Let's go do something. And I wonder, like, I've always looked at that, like, what is that? Why do I want to be so induced in whatever these things are so much to not really face my realities? Because I know anybody say, man, bro, I just like it. Yeah, we like it. And I'm one of those. But there's probably more there if we really take the time to think about, we like it. It makes us feel good. But why do we need to feel good this much?
That's a really good question.
And I don't know people that do coke, but you know, I mean, I'd imagine there's, you know, obviously people that function in addicts or whatever. I'm curious to that.
With those things in addiction, I was just listening to a dude on Joe Rogan who was talking about this ironically this week. What it is that's the answer to the problem for those people. In the sense, like, if I can't find a way to get an answer to problems through logistical ways or just figuring it out, I know the constant solution. Like, I know what's going to happen if I go drink. I know the feeling that I'm going to get. I know the feeling that I'm going to get if I go chase some pussy. I know the feeling that I'm going to get if I roll this blunt up and smoke and get high. So when I come to a place or something that I'm doing, when I don't know the conclusion of it, I don't know how to get to the end, I don't have the answer, the alternative is, or I can go back to this thing that I do know what's always going to give me the satisfaction of what I'm looking for, or at least have me on that road to it, is this thing. And that's how people become addicted to stuff. This was some doctor talking on Joe Rogan that said that. And I'm paraphrasing, of course, it wasn't word for word, but the thought process is that's the, for lack of a better word, that's the easy way out. I can always roll up and smoke and get high if I don't know how to figure some shit out.
It's like a pleasurable procrastination.
Yeah, it's like perfect word, perfect wording for it. And most people don't get out of that loop or understand it. Like, they think, oh man, let me take a drink and it's gonna help me figure it out.
That's true.
Let me go get some pussy and it's gonna help me figure it out. Let me smoke this blunt and it's gonna help me figure it out. No, really what you're doing is resorting to something that you know the result of. I know the feeling of what I'm going to get from this, and I know that I enjoy it. It don't help me figure it out. It don't get me no closer to the goal in hand, but I'm resorting to something that makes me feel better in my mind because I can't figure this one thing out. Well, I don't have the results that I'm looking for in these areas. So I'm going to go to this area that I know what the result of it is going to be. Some deep shit.
It is.
You got to be really self-aware to understand that, though.
Oh yeah. Like, yeah. Cause when I used to really drink heavy, definitely was in that space. I'm not like that now. When I say I don't drink now, but I don't drink like that. Not to like how I used to. I was crazy fish status. But
when you did drink that way, what was it usually? I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to figure some shit out. I just want to relax.
You know what?
Like, what was it?
You be honest, bro. Trying to fight the thought of knowing I was gonna die. And one day that portal opened. I spoke about it before. I don't even know. It might be on the torn pages, but like that, when I became grown and came to a certain realization that I gotta go, and it's like it don't matter how strong I am, no matter I'm gonna do these things right versus this person. None of that matters. That realization kicked in, and I think I found myself, I'd be in a good mood, and then I just get grim out of nowhere. And I realized I was getting grim because I knew I'm on borrowed time. And it kept putting me in that place. What's the use? Because I always, no matter what happens, all of the memories, all of the fun, dope stuff, whatever, legacy, I still got to go. And so I think what I would do is drink to numb those thoughts. I'm like, I don't have to think about it right now. I could really be in the moment. Because it's whatever I was thinking, I ain't thinking about it right now. And before I knew it, DUI.
It's all a big nothing.
It's all a big nothing. And man, bro, like I can't.
How old were you when you like? Because that's interesting. How old were you when you started thinking about, like, regardless of what happens, I'm gonna die?
I may have been 25, maybe.
So at 25, you're like, you're enjoying life, you're being more when you had your past experiences, and at some point it's you like, damn, man, about 50 years from now, at 75, 80, I'm gonna be dead. And then that affected you so much that you were like, damn, in order to stop thinking about that, I'm gonna drink.
I was already doing it. I mean, I was exposed to it early. My dad exposed me, like most dads, when I was young.
No, I understand that.
And then
I'm wondering when
I was doing it
clicked.
before, but I think that it start off as just something I'm enjoying. I just like it. It's a nightcap. It's a great.
It wasn't an escape. It was just like I like feeling like this.
I like feeling like this, which is most people's,
Facts.
But then it started to realize I'm upping the ante a little bit more, where like I'm enjoying this and it's serving a purpose right now. I'm not laying in my bed. I'm going to kind of hang around in the kitchen because I might pour me a little bit more, and I might pour me a little bit more. I'm not ready to go to bed yet. I'm still thinking about stuff. I need to get to a place I'm not thinking about stuff. And that was an escape.
So you would use it kind of to numb.
Yeah, because I started thinking about it wasn't even just that, bro. And everything wasn't necessarily dark. It was just that rabbit hole took me into a rabbit hole of like, what's the use? And it was really a bad combination. I used to smoke with it. I should have never smoked. Like I was never a smoker, but it's a long story. How you
like man? I try to blame this shit on you.
I should have never done that. I shouldn't have done that, huh? But nah, that kind of opened up the portal too. But like, it was just me questioning my character. Who are you? One side is like, this is really who you are. Then the other side, like, nigga, you're living a lie. Like it just would be like these internal battles because you're literally an adult and you're developing new things. You were once the high school Maurice. You're the college Maurice. Now you're the grown married. Who are you for real? Like, and people won't admit that out loud, but you have the experience. Like, who is Spike Lee for real at today? Like, this was you. You used to be with the niggas then. You used to be this way in school. You used to be this way with mom and them. Who are you today, bro? And I would battle with that during those drinking sessions. And, just I didn't want to think about it, man. Like,
what was it that made you think about that so much, do you think?
Just being in church, knowing how I was, just feeling weird, having so many questions, feeling weird. That part, being married young and still having those internal desires, women.
So you were contemplating a lot of things about the decisions that you had made in life.
Yeah.
And upon that contemplation, you're like, damn, well, I made these decisions based off the person that I thought that I was, but now that
so you're trying to figure out, is that still?
I ain't even really sure if that's the person that I am.
Yeah. Yep. And if people were to be honest, they had those moments where you like, maybe I need to circle back and just take another look. What was the foundation in this decision? What was the foundation in that decision? What did anything?
That's really self-aware. That's really self-aware. I don't even know if I'm that self-aware yet.
That was the ganja though. That was ganja. Like that was straight weed. Like at that time, it opened. Yeah, but
open them portals, man.
Yeah, I should have opened portals. Now I can't close. It's unfortunate for me, but
I'm supposed to.
No, man, no, forget that. I'm telling y'all can keep it, bro.
I understand that is an interesting perspective, bringing it to it when you're talking about escapism and like when you roll it up or when you watch that TV show or when you just like want to disconnect. Like, what is that? I don't want to talk to nobody right now.
Mm-hmm. What about you though?
What's that?
Like, you've had your indulgences. I mean, I know you were active with the green. You say you used to drink more. Does that? I mean, have you ever found yourself going overboard, trying to just escape? Like, bro, tonight I don't. You had a man. I was thinking about today. I say, man, I used to drink so much. I'd be like, how they'd be like, bro, tonight we're getting fucked up. No, like. That is literally the prelude to I'm trying to escape. Literally, my mundane life, my regular day to day. When I'm with them, I'm escaping, and that's why I got the second DUI, bro. I knew that's what it was. I knew that's what it was, dude. Swear.
No, that's fair. Like, yeah. For me, it's not really with green though. I don't use weed to escape.
Oh, I know. I believe that.
How I feel like weed affects me, it helps me, like you said, open that portal. It helps me think differently because I didn't smoke as a young dude. Like, I ain't started smoking until I was damn near like 20 something. I think 20 years consistently smoking until I was like 20 years old. And it just helped me start seeing different perspectives on things. Not to say they were right or wrong, but it just helped me. It helped expand my mind.
Yeah.
But when we talking about drinking, that used to just help me feel more comfortable. Like, I'm not a people person per se. I'm not the, like we talk about, I'm not the rah-rah dude. Like I hate sometimes mundane conversation is difficult for me. So I would use drinking to help me with like going out and socializing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I need to be this lit in order to be able to socialize with people, or to come off as a person that they like, or to even enjoy myself.
Yeah.
But as I grew up and got older, and why I drink less, like I don't give two fucks anymore about, you know what I'm saying? If you enjoying your time with me, if I'm not enjoying my time with you, I just leave. But it was more so like it, as I've been able to think about it and cut back on drinking, it's like, oh, well, I don't need it because I'm not trying to fit in with a crowd. I'm not trying to go out and have fun with people I don't really necessarily care for. I'm not going to stand around in the club, so I don't got to really do those things. You know what I'm saying? Like that drinking is a thing that accompanies those things because you don't really feel comfortable in those situations.
Right, right.
On an everyday basis, I feel like if you drinking, you know, every day, then it's something that you're trying to. It's a deeper problem.
Yeah.
It's not my expert opinion. I'm not an expert, but
it
may be a deeper problem. You know what I'm saying?
I got to take.
If I got to take a sip every night to get to that point to like, let me calm my mind down, then maybe I need to have a conversation with somebody. Maybe I do have a problem. Or if I can handle it and that's what you do, then I ain't here to judge you.
No, I get you.
Like we all have different, we all have different things. I think sometimes we're too judgmental in like how people deal with their things. Like ain't in my head. You can't deal with what I'm thinking about. So if a motherfucker need to drink every night just to get to where they need to be and relax, I'm not gonna call you an alcoholic. It ain't my business.
Right.
But if it's deterring you or stopping you from doing something, then you really need to probably take a look at that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that like where most of us as men run into this, listening to this podcast, like where you run into this is with people don't enjoy that person that you are when you're in that bag. Yeah. Like that's what is hard for us to understand. Yeah. If you're in a new relationship or like you're in a relationship where family members, like they don't really know the thought processes and the things that you're doing of why you're doing this. And they don't enjoy that person that's in that bag. You're not as dependable. I may need you for something and you may be drunk, whether you're against weed or you may be high. I may want to have this type of conversation with you and I can't depend on what you're saying because you're drunk, because you're high. Yeah. There was a lot of times, even in my past relationship, where I thought that I didn't really get that at first, but now that I've grown as a man, I understand that. Like, brother, who wants to deal with somebody who's drunk all the time? Yeah. Right? Like, or if I want to talk and have a conversation with you, well, I feel like you can't be high for it. Like, who wants to talk to somebody who, like, I can't never catch them at that opportunity? So in dealing with people, like, you got to understand what they expect out of you too. Like, a part of this, like what you're saying about being a black man, is showing up. Like, you got to show up for people. If that means that I can't smoke in this little window because I know how my mom feels about it, or I know how a motherfucker who really values my opinion and don't want me to be high when we in this business meeting or we're having this phone call or we're doing these things, I'm not going to take that as disrespect as somebody who smokes. If I fuck with them enough, I'm going to do that. It shouldn't be an issue because you shouldn't be addicted to that substance that much where you be like, man, hey, bullshitting telling me I can't smoke this, that. And like, bro, relax.
It's that, but that
down. Like, it's 4 hours, bro. It's 6 hours. It's one day.
But see,
you should be able to do that if you don't have a problem.
Right. If that's exactly people, they ain't gonna even admit that it's a problem. But what we're looking at, bro, is these people, when they do this, they're trying to plug back into the matrix, bro. They're trying to plug back into the escape. That's what it is. See, it serves different when you say, I can hold off on family around, I can let it marinate, whatever. Okay, it's not serving the same for you as it is for somebody else. For you, it's just an enjoyable caveat or whatever, what have you, for whatever you get through your day to day. I mean, medication, so to speak. Somebody taking Tylenol every day because they got back problems. Somebody taking whatever. But other people that can't wait, they itching, they gotta do it. That is them. I need this escape, and ain't no waiting for it. And I think almost like you kind of got to start looking at people like, because I remember when I came to that conclusion, I'm like I don't know if my cousins who I was around, but like I think it was my cousin. Like this man, like I mean, dude, like back to back to back to back, smoke. I'm rolling up another. I'm like, bro, you just got up. Back to what are you doing? I'm rolling another one. So it hit me one day. I said, man, what are you like? I
like to be high.
I know, but when do you come down to reality? That's why I started having. That's when it started.
Reality.
That's when it started for me. I remember I said, dang. I knew then. He's like, bro, I'm about to roll. Nah, bro. Nope. I'm cool. I
see the one for me. The one I ain't gonna cut you off.
No, you good. It was just when I realized it's like, dang, bro, you like I seen you guys fiending because you like, bro, I'm like, right now, I mean, you could probably get it later today. You're gonna get it, but right now. And so I've seen this, and I was like, dang. I mean, again, I know part of it's the enjoyment, but another part is like, it's the pleasurable procrastination element that gives you that escape. I want to feel, I don't want to feel like myself. I want to feel like this version of myself always versus this is who I am when I wake up.
The one that I least understand is the girl crazy one though. Like the niggas that will put it all on the line. Like,
bro, I know some OGs.
I know some niggas like that too, bro. Like they whole day will pause behind like trying to get some ass.
Yep.
And I never understood that. I never got that. And maybe I never understood that, but that's the one, like you're saying with weed, like I don't understand it. I've seen niggas put it all on the line for like, you fucking that right there, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like that.
And pull out all the stops and everything.
All the stops,
dog.
Every trick in the book. And you be like, bro, I wouldn't even like.
I need that. Like, wow. Yeah, bro.
That's the one for me. I don't understand. Like,
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that too.
That one has baffled me since I've been like 14, 15 years old.
My dad has shared stories like,
I'm like, bro, like really?
Like an individual that I know, it this is again escape. He was so in that bag that he violated within the family, bro.
I could see that.
Because you just like you can't shut it off. You're not bro.
I know some niggas like that.
Dog, I'm telling you. So that thing is like that self-awareness of like, bro, what are you trying to escape? And be real about it. Like sometimes, like you said, you was like, bro, in social settings, I don't feel comfortable. The mundaneness is rough for me. I want people to like me, enjoy my company. At that time where you were, it's like that's being honest for me. It's like, bro, I don't want to think about the downside of how I feel about myself as a man, or downside. I knew I don't want to feel like, I don't want to think about my insecurities like this. I don't want to think about all these things. I knew what I was escaping after a while. And I think that a lot of people take a moment and just, we better get out of here, but like just take a moment and realize, like, just understand what you're doing. Like, I'm doing this for this purpose, this reason. What is it serving right now? Because a lot of times that's what social media is, another escapism for people. Like they're using that and they're living by anyway, I can't even go social media. That's a whole thing in itself. And I hate even giving it the look on here like that, for real, especially from the area we're from, but it's a part of our, it's a part of our life, but it's
a good topic, man. And it's a good thing to be self-aware about as black men. And we need, like, we're not judging a motherfucker for wanting to escape. Let's be very clear about that. We said at the beginning of this, this ain't a preachy podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't a podcast where we're telling you should do this and should do that.
Mm-hmm.
But what we do want to do is make you think.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
So if I'm more comfortable sitting in front of the TV watching this TV show, if I'm more comfortable smoking this weed versus doing something productive, if I'm more comfortable drinking this, if I'm more comfortable procrastinating than I am doing something productive, then what is it? What am I running away from? What am I escaping?
Yeah.
That's the question that you should be asking yourself once you get done with this episode.
Yeah. And I think, and it's straight like that. Spike, what you got going on before we get out of here, bro?
I am Spike Lou on Instagram, Twitter, your favorite social media sites. DeadEnd Sports on Tuesdays, On Deck TV Show on Wednesdays, Good Earners on Mondays. Of course, as you guys know, another week in the book on Fridays. We appreciate you guys tapping in and joining us. Anything that you can do to help grow and promote the show, then do it. Tell a friend about it. Leave a comment. Anything that you could do. AWITB 2022. You want to do that. If you want to send a voice link for us to play on the show, whatever that you can do to help people get the word out about what we're doing over here at another week in the books, we want to let you know beforehand that we appreciate it and do it.
Those are big facts. Like you said, all of those things. Don't forget to check out Good Earners, reviewing The Sopranos. I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all don't even watch Sopranos, y'all don't have HBO Max, our show is getting so good, you could probably just listen to it as a podcast because it's that funny. Like, you could probably not even know what happened on the show and just listen to our banter. It's getting to that point. I'm just going to tell y'all now. So if y'all just want more Spike, more Mo, more Rich, y'all go check out Good Earners reviewing The Sopranos. Like you say, y'all can hit us.
Man.
Huh?
Right, triangle offense. So,
it's a trifecta, bro. That phone number, again, y'all can leave voicemails, text messages for whatever y'all want us to speak to, an issue, a theme, or even just something y'all seen recently. Y'all can hit us up there, as well as the IG. That phone number is 470-318-5034. 470-318-5034. That will be in the description. And also, I want to give a shout out. I talked about last week about our YouTube being kind of sad right now, but there was a gentleman on there by the name of Public Inna B. I think that's how you say it, but he said he's in agreement with Spike with the protest without an actual plan or other actions that lead to nothing. He says congratulations to Mo, and he says the algorithm talk is real. The algorithm stuff is real talk in regards to black men's perception. We were talking about last week to say I think it's the algorithm. So shouts out to Public Inna B for being one of the YouTube people that checked us out. But check us out on the
marketing together.
But check us out if you hear us now. Check us out on Apple or Spotify, or I'm sure it's on other sites. You're gonna check out. You're gonna get that the musicality to it. But thank y'all for tuning in. It's been another week in the books.
Yep.